He's gone through, you know, he went through the shield nonsense. He's gone through a lot of ups and downs with his characters, buffs and nerfs. But he always finds his way somehow into top 8s because he's a very talented player, and just people tend to forget it sometimes. But with Javi, with the way that Javi's been playing all weekend, I don't think it's going to be so free as we get into game number 1 here, Dara.
Yeah, and already hearing some chants, let's go Javi in the background. The crowd definitely
You're going to hear the 1 equals 2. You're going to hear some other stuff too, some choice words. CFL gets a little bit crazy this weekend.
Yeah, and it's been really impressive just like seeing like how far he has come in his competition. I dare say like this is some of his best showing ever. Yet he has so much momentum to be able to get back here. But on Battlefield, this is an interesting stage. Both players definitely have like a good amount of room, but they both seem to be like pretty like up close and trying to box with each other.
I think the thing with this stage is that they both get access to new escape options because both of them have they have combos, but they don't last long. Like you get up smash, you get fairs and such, but it's also you have a great anti-air in that up smash. But a majority of this is just going to be trying to hide in that. Myron's going to be looking for the startup of Lloyd or whip grabs. You have a very small, you have a window of punish there on that grab, and Myron's going to be trying to play close to catch it every time.
Yeah, that's like not one of the things you're punishing on your shield. Up smash on shield, especially with the yellow Pikmin, it just does so much shield stun. That is more often than not something that you just have to let happen. You got to respect it. And now Javi just struggling to be able to make it off of this ledge, but an amazing neutral. Villager is so good. It is. It's not what it used to be, man, but it's still good.
It's still a very solid option, and it also. But right now, you don't want to be boxing with that double purple right now. This is not a very comfortable spot to be in. As Myran has been playing this match like a swordy fighting against. Villager. You stay up close, you keep getting parries, you keep getting shield up, so you get those whip punishes. It's actually been kind of nuts.
Yeah, I'm seeing that like Javi is not able to actually pocket anything because Myran is really not going for like a lot of Pikmin tosses. I like the idea to go there with F smash. Myran just slowed it down a little bit, was able to react and make it off of that ledge, and that's already going to be Myran with a huge 3-1 stock lead.
Yeah, Myran is cruising with his lead right now, understanding how to play this matchup. Just like, you thought I was going to space you? What if I don't? What if I box with you? Because my buttons up close are better. And Javi has had a couple times where this has happened, usually using the axe in this position to check someone who is swinging too much, but not being able to land those bowling balls other than the first one he had early on. Javi's kind of struggling here to find his KO, and it's only going to be harder because Villager is not the best comeback character in the game. They're usually the one that perform better with the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as soon as you have that lead, you have the ability just to be able to play back, play patiently. But right now, it is do or die for Javi. On Battlefield, that is definitely not going to be able to kill with such a high ceiling. And Javi just can't seem to find a single one of those sweet spots. That was amazing tracking, but finally, the nail is going to be able to take it.
I like what Javi did, too. He put out the Lloyd and then dropped down near the ledge and did wall jump into forward air to just kind of mess up the timing on Myran. And like you said, couldn't find those sweet spots, but that near coming clutch. Oh, good tech. Holding on to a little bit longer.
Oh, my goodness.
That yellow... That Pikmin was so good on dealing with the balloons. That's actually going to be something that Myron's going to remember for later and just like, oh, wait a minute, I could get you out of these hit stuns here and try and force you into a spike. Holding on to the purple, all you need is one straight hit at this point, and that's it, and there it is.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that looked really rough for Javi.
It did.
The way that Myran started off, Javi was like throwing out pockets left and right, but Myran was fully content with playing with smash attacks, playing with a lot of forwarders, playing with a lot of back airs, and just like constantly being in Javi's face and playing maybe a little bit more of an aggressive playstyle than like that we've seen from him all day. So I feel like that slight little bit of modification to the way that you want to pace the match has been really good for him. The question is, what does Javi need to do to adapt and make it a little bit easier for themselves?
One of the things that's very difficult here for Javi is the fact that Villager usually thrives on people who jump too much. Their Villager is always looking to snipe that short hop, to deal with the full hop, and catch you with the bad recovery to ledge. You do have access to bowling ball on somebody who has no hitbox on the recovery with Olimar, but you need to force Myran to jump somehow, because otherwise you're forced to constantly try and space a low-grounded character who has no hitbox whatsoever and constantly catch the last bit of that forward air or back air, and Myron's going to see that coming, so you have to be very careful with how you do it.
Yeah, and now Javi just trying to once again get out of the corner is not going to be able to do so. Myran has been so good with his Pikmin toss placements. Javi has just been struggling and just taking so much damage. When will it end?
And you can see right there, like Myran getting a couple of hits, but it's like not enough to really make him fear anything because Javi's getting the hits on the ground now, but they're not the sweet spots. They're not putting them in the air. But that's a good anti-air. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Having the axe, cutting that stock away right there. That was very well played by Javi. Definitely want to see a lot more usage of that axe. And these platforms are actually working pretty good.
I think it all started from that up smash. As soon as Javi was able to plant that tree and just force Myran's movement a little bit, because either, hey, you're going to the ledge, and now you're getting back onto stage against the villager with a tree up there, or you are forced to land onto the platform because you have no other options in that situation. What just happened?
Yeah, big old shield break. That purple is extremely strong. It is a lot of shield pressure, and the way that Myran did it, too, just hovering around, constantly poking at it to get that shield break, evening it back up. Javi's still holding a lead, though. Gets the jabs, gets the boxing gloves out, throwing hands. Not something you usually expect, but you have to watch out now because the axe is back on deck.
Oh, an excellent just side B out of disadvantage there, was just giving Javi the opening to be able to reset that situation entirely. And now, using the tree as a bit of a wall, that tree is going to be disappearing, so now Javi looking for any way that he can get to land.
Yeah, now the win condition for Myran is to consistently make sure you don't set up tree, because now that you've seen that axe is a bit of a problem, you have to constantly throw stuff at him. But getting up off stage, getting the explosive hit from, I believe what looked like the Lloyd, taking him off the top, and now getting the tree back up, using that as a complete wall to make sure that he didn't get ledge trapped there.
Yeah, and now if this is exactly like what you talked about last game, this is Villager with a lead. You have no incentive to really push up or overextend. You can play back, and at the end of the day, if you get all those little pokes, you'll be good to go.
You know what? I agree with you entirely on the whole thing. Like, you don't need to go in at all here. Just kind of play out the time. Javi is scrapping. It's like, you know what? I got to lead it. I'm going to push it. And I want you to understand it, because that's going to get the crowd going. Oh, that was such a good attempt at option coverage. Just Myran saw through it.
And Myran, you got to remember, you're not punishing bowling ball on shield. You're not even punishing bowling ball on parry, because that is a projectile with so much unbelievable shield stun. And there it is. Using Lloyd as a shield has been amazing for Javi this game. He's starting to get it, and now all of a sudden, Myran is just not landing a lot of these hits.
Yeah, Myran is basically giving up the fact that, that grabbed the purple. Good job not jumping there, because that would have hurt. But Myran is basically revealing that he wanted to grab, and Javi played around it, the anti-airs. Instead of trying to constantly go for forward airs, decided, you know what? I'm going to light it up. We got the Disney fireworks around the corner. How about some of my own? Catching them over and over on the landings on the platforms and on any short hop fair approaches. Dara, instead of deciding to use those fairs, that up smash came in clutch so well. That was really good adjustment from Javi.
Absolutely. The way that Javi, this game specifically, has been implementing both Lloyd and up smash. Those are the MVPs of this game. Lloyd has been constantly being this barrier, this protector for Javi. He hasn't gotten hit by like a single one of these Pikmin tosses, a single one of these smash attacks towards the end of that game. And additionally, those up smashes were finding the kills, they were finding the platform pressure. Going on to FD, well, you no longer have those plats to keep you safe. Javi has a lot of adjustments that he needs to make.
This is an interesting trade-off, because Myran was getting pressured a lot on platforms, but now he has to deal with very linear zoning. But at the same token, Javi had a bit of a struggle as well, and sometimes in disadvantage, and in general, just trying to box with him and game number one. So this switch up here to FD, it's just basically who has better shots. But what a trade-off there! I didn't even see where it happened, but Myran ends up taking the up smash off the top.
Yeah, and all of a sudden that's going to be Javi with a pretty huge deficit to start off game one. So now he just needs any way that he can get to keep Myran in the corner, keep him off stage. I like that neutral air, but because of the fact that he retreated, he was not able to actually connect it.
Exactly. Trying to catch an air dodge with that. How did you miss? That timing looked like it was on point. And we are within a minute of a matchup with Olimar versus Villager, and 2 stocks are already gone in favor of Olimar. Myran definitely woke up not feeling happy about the crowd, trying to shut them up real fast.
Yeah, he just pointed to the crowd. He pointed out to them. He's like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, what's up? What's good?
What's up?
What's good? What you gonna do about this?
Look at this lead.
I'm gonna take the boy out right now.
He's going away with it so fast. This FD choice is really tough for Javi, because all of a sudden Myran is fighting so many of these jump ins that is going to be the re-grab. Wow.
Oh, trying to snipe the balloons out. Now you're in force match ranges. Even if it doesn't kill you, put you deep off stage, and he's just gonna keep throwing them out because you're up 2 stocks. Just keep harassing that landing over and over. But the explosion, good DI that time, actually saved Myran.
Olimar doesn't struggle to kill, but Villager definitely does. And we're seeing that definitely come into play right about now. Javi at this point just needs an up smash, but oh my goodness, what was that?
Yeah, still no K off the top, but there's the forward air. Honestly, I don't know what that was either. It just happened so quickly. This matchup, like, if you blink once, you miss an interaction because there's constantly things flying around the screen. Javi's got a lot of work to do. It all depends on if Javi can get big openings that are no longer going to happen, because the back air gets the whiff on the Lloyd. You always look for that startup. Myran gets the game, and like you said, pointed to the crowd before, it's like, what you gonna do? Yeah. What you gonna do? My name is Myran. You know, I'm not gonna make that reference, but still.
We can't make that reference. Yeah, you've been out of pocket this entire week.
I've been having a lot of fun because we're back in an FGC major, and it's been a great time.
It's been an amazing time. A whole lot of Twitter clips of you saying some stuff, man. It's so funny. It's so good. You seem to have a lot of shame. You gotta own up to it. You gotta say that that's you.
So up next,